welcome you, my dear friends, to another edition of our Voice of His Kingdom weekly devotion. Today we shall be taking our devotion from Genesis chapter 21. And from this chapter, we'll be looking at two key verses, verses 1 and 2. And it says, "Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah, as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had promised him." My friends, the Lord had promised Abraham a son that will come from his own loin, who will be his heir. It seemed impossible because both Abraham and his wife Sarah at this time were well advanced in age. Abraham was over 90 years of age, and Sarah at this time was in her 80s. However, in Genesis 18 verse 10, the Lord said to Abraham, "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, will have a son." Great promise. And Abraham believed God. Then here in Genesis 21, as we have just read, the Bible tells us that God's promise to Abraham came to fulfillment. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham, just as God had promised. My friends, this great miracle reveals who God is to us and tells us two key things we must always bear in mind as far as God is concerned. Number one, if a word or promise is from God, it will surely come to pass. No matter how long it takes, if it's from God, hang on to it, hold on to it. It will surely come to pass. Number two, nothing is too difficult for God to do for you. With our God, nothing is too difficult. Mark 10:27. Jesus looked at the people and said to them, "With man, this is impossible. But with God, all things are possible." So, my friends, today stand on that promise. Stand on this word of God, that with God, all things are possible. Thank you for listening. God bless you.